In a world where there's now AI tools, isn't it just possible for us to put the electronic version of books into these AI tools and have them extract the information for us while still go through the rigors of reading through the whole book? Well, if the aim of reading was just to extract information, that would be possible, or we could just do that. But fortunately or unfortunately, that's not the only reason why we read books. Let me explain with an analogy. An old man in Calcutta was trying to get water from a well, and every day he would go to that well, lower his pot carefully into the well, ensuring that the pot does not touch the sides of the well unless or else rather it was going to break. So he would lower the pot into the well, carefully take the water and take the pot out, ensuring again that the pot on its way out does not touch the sides of the well or else it was going to break. Now, a stranger was going by, and having a knowledge of mechanical systems, the stranger decided that he could help this old man by introducing the pulley system. He told the old man that you could just use the pulley system, lower the pot straight into the well, get your water and pull it straight back up. Sounds easy, right? But the old man told him, after thinking for a while, that he would rather stick with his old system. Why? Because the process of letting in the pot into the well, taking the water and taking back up the pot helps him to be in the moment, to focus all his energy and focus all his attention on that act that he was performing. If he decided to use a pulley system, it will become so automatic that while using the pulley, he could just be thinking of something else and his mind won't be on that which he was currently doing. I hope you're getting the point. When we read books, we do not just read for the information. Take biographies as another example. We have books like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Benjamin Franklin. These were biographies all written by Walter Isaacson. You could just put those books into ChatGPT and have them extract information, lessons from Steve Jobs' life, lessons from Elon Musk's life. But you wouldn't have lived in Pretoria with Elon Musk. You wouldn't have lived in Palo Alto with Steve Jobs. We don't just read for the information, we also read for the experience. When we read, we go through these people's lives. We see that there is a way by which they lived that led up to that which we see and admire. Take Grit by Angela Duckworth, for example, also. Before she makes her point on grit, she prepares the ground, giving us information about people's lives, giving us information about research. So what she gives us is not just the last point. She has already prepared the ground and helped us to, prepare ourselves for that which she was going to deliver. We do not just read for the information, we also read for the experience. Another point, another reason why we read is to exercise our mental strength, to exercise our mind. When we read, we detach from whatever might be distracting us in this busy world and focus on that which we are reading in the moment. In a world such as this, where everyone is distracted, perhaps being able to focus for long periods of time might be a trait that will distinguish the mediocre from the excellent. Perhaps. When you read, you set your mind on that which you're reading. So some of us might decide to just take out 30 minutes or an hour, take a book, and read for 30 minutes. For that 30 minutes, nothing else is distracting you. Your attention is not being called by an alarm or whatever else that you might be doing that will just take your attention off. Can't you see that you're just addicted to that which you are now doing? Can't you see that you cannot even focus for 1 hour, 2 hours at a stretch anymore? Reading helps us to do things like this. I'll give you another example. Say a Nobel laureate in Nigeria like Wole Soyinka, or somebody who is more internationally known, Mother Teresa, calls us to her apartment, let's say before she passed, calls us to her house and tells us that she wants to tell us some things that made Mother Teresa, wants to give us some nuggets from her life. And you decide, maybe because my friend is going, I could just tell this friend to help me get a summary of whatever she says. You might miss out on the essence of that which she's delivering. Because when people like that speak, they are not just speaking information, they are not just transferring information. There's an essence with which she's speaking, and that essence, I would say, is equally as important as the information that you're getting. So your friend could help you with a summary of what she said, but he cannot deliver the essence. So first, we read for information, which ChatGPT could help you with. Second, we read for the experience. We're able to live through those things that the authors live through. We're able to wrestle with these ideas and then come up that in that process. When we wrestle with these things, we come up with information of our own. We see how these things can be applied in our lives. So information, the experience, and we also read to exercise our mind. This might be something that will set you apart from others in this world. I hope this would help you to start reading. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Adelami. I'm the Global Icon. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Ow. Bye.